Mr. Know It All Radio Show is the voice of the people.
You win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day. When you pray for rain, you gotta deal with the mud too.
I got a contract between me and you that say you do what I tell you to do.
Good morning. It is going to be Hump Day. Today is going to be October the 1st, 2025, ladies and gentlemen. And we are live in effect here in the DFW Metroplex, home of Mr. Know It All Radio Show. And it is the People's Radio Station. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I am your host. I go by the name of one and only Mr. Know It All Radio. Give it up.
He's got his own money. And baby, when I tell you he's got his own money, I mean the boy has got his own money.
You tell me it's whole talking son. Do you understand?
And that's exactly what we're doing today. We are cooking up over here. We are cooking up. We are live in effect, and we are thanking God to be able to see this beautiful Wednesday Hump Day. Hump Day. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, to my day ones, I want to make sure I give you guys nothing but the love and support and say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the love and support and the adulations of making sure that you are staying here with your boy, Mr. Radio, because like I said, man, without you, there would be no me. And without me, there would be no you as well or whatever. But thank you for love and support and adulation. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing the platform and all that good jazz as well. All right. Now, also, to my newcomers, welcome. Welcome. Because guess what? You could have been anywhere, but you decided to come right here and come and see me.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
It's all good. But anyway, to my newcomers, however you got here, I thank you. I cannot thank you enough. All right. But we're gonna definitely here we talk some stuff, some nice content around the globe, and also we play some nice music. Now, speaking of nice music, ladies and gentlemen, today we're gonna do some classic soul this morning. So that's what the set is going to be about this morning. But if you're on YouTube and Facebook, be mindful. I have to mute just the music part. All right, you'll be able to hear the content, but I have to mute the music part due to YouTube and Facebook copyright restrictions. All right. And I'm not trying to play with them folks over there on YouTube or whatever. So I have a remedy for that, though. If you go to Live 365, it's an app on your phone. It's called Live 365. And you can put in Mr. Know It All Radio Show. You'll be able to listen to the music. You'll be able to listen to the content. And that will get the juices flowing over there. All right. So go to Live 365, the app on your phone, on your any type of device that you have, and put Mr. Know It All Radio Show. And there you will find me. And there you'll be able to listen to the music because I do have the copyright. I do have the music copyright license over there. Simple, right? You know what I mean? So help me out. Go ahead and go tune in over there. So that way you can listen to it or whatever. So that way I can get some listening hours up over there as well. All right. I see you on TikTok this morning. TikTok is going crazy, man. I appreciate the love and support on TikTok. And we'll get to you guys. I promise you, we'll definitely give you guys the love and respect over there on TikTok as well. All right. So also, ladies and gentlemen, now I do have a donation page as well. And if you're on Facebook and YouTube, you'll be able to see it. But if you want to be able to donate to the show and help the show grow, I do have Cash App, which is going to be $ Mr. Know It All Reactions. I also have Venmo. It's going to be at Mr. No Doubt Reactions. And I also have a Zelle account, which is going to be Deatric Sims. It's going to be DeauTric. Last name is Sims, Sims. So if you want to be able to donate to those platforms, definitely do so, because all the proceeds and everything will go back into the show. That's going to help me grow and help me be able to put the show in bigger platforms, a bigger audience as well. All right. So, like I said, I want to say thank you all in advance, and thank you for love and support as well. All right. Now, I have to issue my viewers an apology for Monday's show. I had to cancel Monday's show at the last minute, and I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, I was working to fix that situation. But for some reason, the platforms on social media, which was the StreamYard platform, was messing up, and the page was down. All right. So it had nothing to do with my internet at the time, whatever, but it had something to do with the page being down. So the YouTube page was down. And so once that happened and whatnot, it pretty much derailed the whole show itself. So I did not want to run the show due to those different technical difficulties there. Because like I said, I do have people that go back and watch the show on YouTube and Facebook as well. So, but apologies to you all or whatnot. And but like I said, I really tried to fix it. And I put the notifications out there as well, let everybody know that, hey, the show will be canceled due to technical difficulties, and we will definitely pick up Wednesdays, which is today. So I'm giving you guys my energy today because I'm excited to be back, and we're gonna continue just to keep on loving and keep on grooving and put some good information out there as all that as well. All right. And last but not least, this is what we're doing on cleaning up when we're doing some house duty as well. Just cleanup duties here. If you want to call into the show, I do have a call-in line. The number is going to be 605-313-5745. And access code is going to be 777-931 hashtag. Now, you want to fire off your questions. If you can talk the talk, you better be able to walk the walk, though. All right. If you want to give shout outs, you can do that as well. And you can do it right here. And if you want to talk about some of the topics we will be discussing this morning, you can definitely do so. Everybody's welcome. Is open to anybody who's actually listening and want to be able to participate. All right. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump into this first topic of the first song is going to be by the Montclairs, and this is going to be soulful Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. And then we're going to come back with the rundown. So this was by the Montclairs. Begging is hard to do. It is. Let's go. That is going to be from the Montclair's Begging. It's hard to do. You got to make sure you put it into the rotation. You heard it right here on Mr. Know It All Radio Show, the People's Radio Station. So let's get ready to jump into some of this topic of discussion for the rundown. So let's go ahead and do that. All right. So the first topic of the discussion we're going to be just talking about is what happened with that Michigan shooting over there at the Church of Jesus, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So we got to definitely discuss that, with that situation there, because people are really conflicted about that situation there. And then also, topic of discussion we're going to be talking about is the FBI. They slammed a tribute to Assata Shakur, and they're saying they don't want no one to be able to celebrate that woman's death or whatnot because of her past, her criminal history, that they saying that she had this criminal history that they say that she provoked. So that is a goofy, that's right there. We just don't make a lot of sense to me, but we're going to talk about it as well. All right. And then we're going to jump into the traffic report. We also going to talk about sports as well. And then another topic we're going to be talking about is a man wanted an 8-month-old removed from a restaurant because the 8-month was making some noise. And that video went viral. So we got to talk about that. And then last and not least, we're going to talk about the Tina Turner statue. It was revealed in our hometown. And people got some interesting comments about that, and I definitely want to talk about that one as well, because I think that would kind of piss me off. But I'm just, I'm a different type of individual, whatever. But we'll talk about that more right here on Mr. Know It All Radio Show. Okay. So anyway, you guys keep on rocking with me, keep on liking, some comments, subscribing, and also share, because sharing is caring. And make sure you tune in to Mr. Know It All Radio Show. We're going to be going live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on Facebook, YouTube, and also on TikTok. Speaking of TikTok, I see you coming in. Santella Delbor, Queen Unique, what's up? All Up 2011, I see you over there. Also, Janae Carter 76, what's up? I see you. User 53618, what's going on? Pimpini join. Sexy Taylor, what's going on? William Alexander 218, I see you. Rugby Byron, what's going on? Hakeem, I see you. Renee, I see you. Philomeno, I see you. And Gunny Hop, the co-host, what's going on, man? I see you as well, man. I thank you all for the love and support and tuning in. Thank you for the adulation as well. Oh, yeah, don't let me forget. I also see Richard as well. Don't let me forget you over there on YouTube, which is Brooklyn Betty, and also I see you, Natural Beauty as well on YouTube. So everybody's in the house this morning, and we are just thanking, and we are grateful and blessed that you guys are definitely here, locked in with Mr. Know It All Radio Show, home of the People's Radio Station. So we're gonna continue to keep it locked in on the Soulful Wednesday, and this is coming in from the Supremes. You can't hear it, love. Let's get it. And that is going to be the average white band, A Love of Your Own. And you got to make sure you put that one into the rotation as well. That's that Blue Eyed Soul there. And it is just some good, smooth rhythm and blues over there. All right. And you heard it right here on Miss Norton Radio Show, the home of the #1 station for the people, baby. So let's jump into some of this topic of discussion this morning. Let's go ahead and do it, shall we? So, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be some more news that's going to be coming out. That's coming out in regards to Mr. Thomas Jacob Sanford. This is a guy that was involved in that Michigan shooting at the church, at the Jesus Christ Church of Latter-day Saints. And they're saying that this guy is former Marine, former military. And they're saying that this gentleman, you know, they don't know the motive right now. They don't have a motive on why he did what he did. But there's a report, there's news report surfacing saying that some people met this guy and they said that for some reason that he became unhinged when it came to talking about and discussing the Mormon church and basically, you know, the culture and the culture that's there with the Mormon church. And he said that, you know, somebody's reporter said that somebody from the church wanted him to, you know, to take off his tattoos, and they didn't think that was, you know, godly-like for him to have all these tattoos and a bunch of things that he was, you know, struggling with. And also there was some type of politician that met this guy and said that, alleged that he had said some remarks about the Mormon church and the culture in the Mormon church as well, that he wasn't so pleased about it. But authorities right now have not come up with a real legit motive on why Mr. Sanford goes inside this church, unalive for people, and actually burns the church down. And they're just trying to get to an understanding why he did what he did. And Mr. Sanford, which is the gunman, he was unalived by police because he was unalived by police on the scene. But Mr. Sanford's father has come out and apologizing to the community, to the church, on what happened with his son doing what he did. And he don't even understand why his son did this evil deed to the church. And if you let some people put it together, whatever, they're saying this is the aftermath, and they're trying to connect the dots, allegedly, with everything that transpired with the Charlie Kirk situation. Because you notice, after all these, after the Charlie Kirk situation, like crime, to be honest with you, in the white community, the Caucasian community has been picking up, to be honest with you. Let's keep it a buck, and let's keep it bean to bean. So crime has been picked up. You know, you're talking about, there's been some school shootings as well. And you got this church shooting. And they're threatening to go to HBCUs and cause all kind of havoc over there at HBCUs. And it's just keep going on and on and on. And as you see some of these videos on social media, you know, people are really, really agitated everything that transpired after this Charlie Kirk unaliving. And, you know, that's just me kind of, you know, putting everything together and seeing, like, you know what, taking the bird's eye view, all this stuff that's transpiring around the globe and whatnot. So, you know, the situation that happened over there with the church shooting in Michigan, it's you know, it's one of those type of situations, like, you just don't know when and where and the time that things like this will occur and happen in today's society. People are on the hinge right now in the moment. You know, the United States people are on the hinge. You know, a lot of people just don't have faith in nothing, to be honest with you. And you have some people out here that's just, you know, when they lose faith in anything, they lose faith into your government, they lose faith into the community, they lose faith into the, you know, some of these religions and all of the whatnot. So it's becoming to the point where people are becoming unhinged and not knowing. When you lose faith, they don't have anything at all. You lose faith, it's over with. And people are just frustrated. So that's the reason why you see up in crime and crime, and we're talking about, you know, school shootings and everything like that. What if you see a rise in crime? But if you let this guy Charlie Kirk say it, that, you know, black folks have all this degenerate act going on inside the black community, but not pointing the finger what's going on inside the white community, because black folks ain't going inside schools and hospitals and churches unaliving folks. That's not what we do. So, you know, it's I thought the pot was calling the kettle black with some of his ideology when it comes to him talking about what black folks should and should not be doing, and not seeing anything what's going on inside your community, whatever. See, in order for you to try to fix what's going on in somebody else's community, you got to fix on what's going on inside your community as well. Would you guys agree with that? So, but at the same time, with everything that's going on with this church shooting over there, I'm hoping that a lot, this whole gun violence stuff just comes to an end quickly. And to be honest with you, guns don't kill people or unalive people. Let me say that. Guns are unalive people. But when you have mental health people that's handling guns, and you got to see these immature people that's have firearms at their arsenal, whatnot, or at their hands. Those are the individuals that make these decisions to go out and start doing irresponsible things and unaliving people. I'm a gun owner. I own a gun and I support guns. You have the right to bear arms, but you have to be responsible when you're doing it. A lot of these people that's mentally ill, they have access to these different firearms, and now they're becoming reckless and doing sensible things like this because they're on hands, because they just don't have no faith in the government, don't have no faith in religion, don't have no faith in their family, no community, none of that. And now this is what transpired. So anyway, in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen, what's your guys' thoughts and opinions about this individual, Mr. Thomas Jacob Sanford, the Michigan shooter that shot those folks up over there at that church? Do you guys think that that this guy has some mental issues going on? Do you guys believe that that what drove this? You guys put the fault on the church, that the Mormon church that put this guy in this state allegedly, from what this guy, people that was reporting, saying. So what's your guys' thoughts about it in the comment section? Because I really, really want to know what you guys think about that situation there as well. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, continue to keep on rocking with me. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. I see you over there on TikTok. Miss Chanel, what's going on, Chanel? What's going on? Traveler join, Anthony join, and J Mail. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you all for tuning in as well. Appreciate the love and support and adulations. So, continue to keep on rocking with me. If you have not subscribed yet, go subscribe to Miss North Radio Show on the platforms YouTube, Facebook, and also on TikTok. We go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here at 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. That's why I got you, baby. And if you go to Live 365, Mr. North Radio Show, you'll be able to listen to the music while you're on YouTube and Facebook. So make sure you do that, because I have to mute that music over there on YouTube and Facebook. But you can go listen to it on Live 365. That's the app. Go to Mr. North Radio Show, and you'll be able to listen to the music, all right? So we're going to keep it rocking and rolling this morning with the Soulful Wednesday. And this one is coming in from the one and only Bloodstone, Never Let You Go, baby. Let's go. And that is from the one on the Cameo Candy. And you heard right here, Mr. Dodo Radio Show, and the home of the #1 radio station for the people radio station here. So let's jump back into some of those more of this topic of discussion. Let's go ahead and do it, shall we? So the FBI director, Mr. Kash Patel, he says that people should not mourn the death of Miss Assata Shakur. Now, if you don't know who Assata Shakur is the godmother of the late great rapper Tupac Shakur. Now, Assata, she was she was a member in a political activist for the Black Liberation Army, and she was convicted of a first-degree murder in 1977 for a alleged New Jersey state trooper. His name is going to be Werner Forrester. Now, Mr. Werner Forrester was one of those alleged dirty cops, and Assata Shakur had to do what she needed to do to make sure, she protected herself and ended up unaliving this man. Well, she escaped the first degree sentence, but now she moved over there to Cuba. She moved over. Yeah, she left the United States and went over there, and she escaped the first degree murder sentence or whatnot. So FBI, everybody is pissed off behind that, and this is the reason why Kash Patel, the director of the FBI, is saying, "Hey, why you guys celebrate this woman and what she did over here in the United States and unalive somebody and she walks away scot-free? No, don't do that." And Kash Patel, let me tell you something, my friend. Nobody is celebrating the fact that she unalived a state trooper. That's not what people celebrate. They're celebrating the fact that this woman has stood up and fought for Black folks in the political realm and was basically want to be treated like a human being. And Black folks, we know the hard work that Miss Assata Shakur was doing out there, boots on the ground, and taking all the nasty hate and create this narrative about the political thing that she was doing out there on the field, on boots on the ground. And how dare you sit up there and say don't celebrate Miss Shakur? And you guys single-handedly, the dirty FBI agents, you guys single-handedly and destroyed, unalive Fred Hampton. You remember that? That was the FBI move right there. They did that. You guys even lost a lawsuit when you guys did Fred Hampton like that and unalived him in his home while he was sleeping that night. And that was a known hit that you guys did. But FBI want to be celebrated for the for the dirty deeds and things that they do. So you can't have it one way or other, Mr. Patel. It don't work that way. So before you sit up there and try to call somebody out or try to shame folks for celebrating Assata Shakur, why don't you kind of do some, go and do your homework and look into the FBI files and all the nasty work you guys have done over the years when it comes to how you guys handle and how you guys deal with the racial profiling and unaliving of unarmed Black men and anybody that's trying to do for their people. FBI and all these other 3-letter government agencies want to take down and destroy people for thinking outside the box. That's where you need to start at, Mr. Patel. I think you need to start there. Okay, start there first. Clean that up first. Get the FBI and all this crooked corruption stuff that's going on in the political arena and the government agencies. Take care of all that first, and then we'll celebrate you. But let us celebrate how we need to celebrate and what we want to celebrate for. And you clean up the FBI and the image that you guys have, because to be honest with you, just looking at throughout history, when what's the name of that guy? I believe his name was Eisenhower or whoever it was that was in during that time, whatnot, how they really preyed and pride on Black political leaders. So do your homework first before you just start, jumping out there and spewing this rhetoric and this narrative that you want to create out there about something, something that you really I don't think you have an idea of. All right. So in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen, what's your guys' thoughts about this Assata Shakur, where the director of FBI, Mr. Kash Patel, saying do not celebrate the mourning of this woman? They're definitely making it loud and clear of their stance about everything. And to be honest with you, I think people are taking a deaf ear and a blind eye. Well, yeah, a blind eye to all this guy's sentiments and what he believe in and whatnot. And like I said, this is the guy who's running the director of FBI, top dog here that's speaking this way. So anyway, because I'm dying to know what you guys feel, what you guys have to say about that as well. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, keep it locked in, keep it rolling. We rocking and rolling right here on Mr. Noto Radio Show, the #1 station of the people's radio station. And we go live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on Mr. Noto Radio Station. Also go to Live 365, the app on your phone, and go to Mr. Noto Radio Show so that way you can listen to the music and the content as well. Now, if you want to donate, you can definitely do that. We got Cash App, which is going to be $ Mr. Noto Reactions. We also got Venmo at Mr. Noto Reactions. And we also got Zelle, Beatrice Sims. So make sure you go and do that and help us grow over here, because we will continue to keep on rocking and rolling, and you guys going to be growing with us right here on Mr. Noto Radio Show. All right. So let's get ready to jump back into some of this music. And this one's coming in from the one and only Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's the way of the world. And it is crazy. But let's go ahead and do it. Shall we? Let's go. ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be coming in from Father's Child. I really, really love you. And that's one you got to make sure you put into the rotation. Wake your granddaddy up. Wake your daddy up for that one, because that is a hit. And you got to make sure you definitely put that in rotation. So let's jump into the traffic report. And then we're going to come back with some sports. And then we're going to come back with some more of these hits this morning on the #1 station of the people right here, Mr. Know It All Radio Show. So let's jump into the traffic report.
It's time.
Time, Mr. Know It All Traffic 1.
Brought to you by Mr. Know It All Radio Show. So we do have some traffic over there downtown Dallas area. Over there on Highway 30 on the west side, 30 West. Make sure you're going to the Dallas area. You have to make sure you stay to the side over there and just watch yourself, because it's going to be like a 6 minutes delay over there on Highway 30 heading westbound. Also, I see over there in downtown Fort Worth area as well, Highway 35W North, heading into the downtown. They're going to have some accidents over there, so you got to make sure you stay tuned to like going down that. Also, Highway 20 over here in Arlington, westbound, you got to make sure you stay clear of that traffic as well over there. You see an accident that's happening. So you got a squirrel that's on the west, on the west side, on the side of the road. So we got to make sure you stay locked in over there as well. Also, over here in the Euclid area, you have Highway 367 accident there. So that's all we report right now. Mr. Know It All Radio Show.
Damn. He ain't gonna be in rush hour 3.
Now in sports, ladies and gentlemen, we all saw the sports with what Dallas Cowboys played against the Green Bay Packers, and a lot of Cowboys fans walked away like we left some meat on the bone. And you know what? I believe that we did, because you saw your quarterback, Dak Prescott. He looked like an MVP candidate, and he is up for the MVP candidate right now at the moment, despite the fact that the Dallas Cowboy defense is the 32nd, 31st ranked defense. And to be honest with you, if they don't tighten that thing up right now, it's going to be a long season for the Dallas Cowboys or whatever. So it's not looking too good for that defense, and hopefully we'll be able to turn around. Not only this is just the first quarter of the season, get ready to come to the end, so you still got plenty of football left to go. I believe you have 13 more games, so they got a chance to turn it around. But to be honest with you, with all these different pieces that they need on that defensive side of the football, hopefully the reinforcements coming with some of these players that's injured that can come back and help this ball club move forward in the future. But we'll definitely go on to see how everything's going to unfold. But everybody was upset with that game. It felt like, we don't know if we got better or we got worse, because the game ended up in a tie. I believe the score was 40-40 to the Green Bay Packers. Now, Micah Parsons didn't really do too much. They did give him a sack that everybody felt like, that was a sack that really shouldn't have been a sack. But, they say they gave Michael Parsons a sack on Dak Prescott, and he did save a game-changing touchdown for the Green Bay Packers and whatnot. But he really wasn't. He was a non-factor in that game, and it was an emotional game for him as well. But, again, fans just felt like, hey, there was some meat left on the bone, and they really felt that, the Cowboys could have, maybe won that game or whatever, but people walked away confused about that. Also, did everybody saw that Tyreek Hill injury to his knee? Looked like his knee, he was tackled when they played against the Jets, and Tyreek Hill had a real gruesome knee injury that everybody saw on that football stage when they played against the Jets. And my prayers go out to Tyreek Hill, and hopefully have a recovery and come back from that knee injury. But Tyreek Hill's play is based off of speed, and people saying this might be the last that we see of Tyreek Hill with his knee being totally injured in that fashion, and it was very gruesome. And my thing is, hopefully everything happened to Tyreek Hill, that he get a speedy recovery from that. And hopefully he be able to, this is not the last of we see with Tyreek Hill. Nobody wants to see an injury ruin, get somebody's career to be over with in that type of fashion. So my thoughts and prayers are with Tyreek Hill, and hopefully he healed back fast from that. Also, Terrence Crawford, he was put at gunpoint by police department in his I believe it was like in his hometown or whatever. And people are really, really confused about that, whatever, because they just gave Terrence Crawford a parade for fighting and beating Canelo Alvarez was a couple of weeks ago. And for them to have a parade for him and things like that, whatever, for him to be put at gunpoint is disturbing. Now, police are saying that they pulled him over because he was driving outraged or whatever, but is that equate to you to pull out a firearm on this man and want to end his life because of him driving outrage. Like, come on now, the punishment don't fit the crime there, you know. So we got to do something about the police and whatnot just policing period, you know, throughout the United States, because it is very, very horrible. Like I said, they just give this man a parade, and now he got a gun in his face, getting ready to fight for his life. He just fought Canelo Alvarez. He fought for the championship, world title match, won, and now he got to be out in the streets and fight for his life. Boy, I tell you, being black is a son of a gun. I tell you, but I love it. I love every minute of it as well. All right. So anyway, that's all we're going to have right now for the world of sports and also the traffic report. And you heard it right here on Mr. Know It All Radio Show, the radio station of the people. And we continue to keep on rocking and rolling Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and let everybody know exactly where to go for nice content and for fire music as well. And make sure you go to Live 365, your app. It is going to be Mr. Know It All Radio Show, so that way you can listen to the radio station and the content as well. And also be able to subscribe on my social media platforms. It's going to be on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Mr. Know It All Radio Show, the #1 station of the people, baby. Let's get it. The next jump. So let's jump right into the music. And this one is coming in from the one on that is the Four Tops. It's the way nature planned it. Let's go.